Hello everyone, thanks for checking out the video. Back with the Tamashii Nations store 15th anniversary gallery part 2. This just started today for the general public, as you can see, April 4th. It goes to May 22nd. So, as you can see, it's a very nice day here in Tokyo, very clean streets as always. If you could subscribe, like the video, I'd really appreciate it. So walking in, we're seeing some of the same stuff that we had before. Just a little overview of Tamashii Nations, what they've been doing for the last 15 years with various properties. And you can see one of their big staples is the Kamen Rider line. They seem to be putting out a lot of those. It does very well here. Japanese kids, Japanese boys love Kamen Rider. So it's front and center when you first come in. So again, we've seen all of these things here before. So if you haven't seen them, please check out part 1 of my video. I really like this wrestling ring. This is I believe it's the stage, Tamashii stage. I don't know, series or something like that. Anyway, it's 4 parts, and you put them together and you can make a wrestling ring. It's pretty cool. They're still available. You just have to look for them. So again, taking a walk around, we're already at 2023. And there is the carnage. I can't wait for this. Just looking at it, it's definitely, I mean, if it comes out the way it looks, it's going to be figure of the year. Yeah, at least in 1/12 scale. Looks great. So again, more background on what Tamashii's been doing. And now we're getting into the new area here. This is pretty cool. I like that Tamashii does these kind of little diorama pieces that you can buy. They're really nice, and unfortunately, the American companies don't really do that kind of thing. So it would be nice to sort of liven up your displays, your figure displays. It's pretty cool. So we have some One Piece stuff. I've never read One Piece. I've never watched anything. Naruto. If you know, then you know. It's pretty funny. Again, I mean, just today, Tamashii. I'll get to that in a second. Here's some of the Dragon Ball Z stuff. It's really great display. Very cool. So dynamic. Once you come into the store and you see these things in person, I mean, it's very tempting. Thankfully, you can't buy most of the stuff in the store. They only have a small amount of stuff that's for sale. And you can see that area towards the end of the video. These are great. This is the kind of stuff an American company would basically hold for, like San Diego Comic-Con. But Tamashii Nations, I mean, they have these kind of displays in the store pretty much every time you come in. Just waiting for the guy to finish taking his photographs. So that is the front piece. Here is the back piece. Again, like I was saying, like, it'd be nice to be able to have Hasbro put something together for your displays. So right here, unfortunately, the glass here is really, really reflective. It's really hard to get a clear view of the figures inside. This one was a little bit better. I kind of went at an angle, and I think the colors of the display lend to it a little bit more kindly. It's the Chainsaw Man one. This was displayed earlier, previously. So now this one is pretty cool. The only drawback for me is that they're all, there's no color to them. But these dynamic sports figures comes out in June. Um, you each one comes with all of the accessories: the basketball, the tennis racket, the soccer ball. I mean, they're great. Those are really cool for display. I mean, again, unfortunately, they're just it's the definition of generic, right? There's no color, there's nothing to them. If they could get into maybe doing some of these sports leagues, I mean, that would be amazing. The amount of collectors that would get into that, it'd be phenomenal. But who knows? Now again, a lot of these things, I don't know what they are. So if you do know anything about these properties, let us know. But I am showing you them because they are in the store, they are on display, and some of you might know what these properties are all about. This whole area of the store, I mean, they have a big kind of Sailor Moon area as well. This is very kind of glitzy, kind of pika pika, as you can kind of see right here. Again, I mean, if you collected this genre of figure, and you could get a backdrop like that, for your display case, I think it'd be really nice. Unfortunately, that's not my cup of tea. You can probably see the store's a bit crowded today. The store's located in Akihabara. Akihabara today was crazy. There were people everywhere. It's a weekday. It's the beginning of April, which is kind of the beginning of the new school year, of the new business calendar. And so if you do come to Japan at this time, it's a busy season. It's a crazy season. It's usually a cheap season to come. It's usually the cheapest, but with everything that's been going on in the world, that's not true anymore. But the streets were just completely packed with tourists. I can't remember the last time I saw so many non-Japanese or just tourists in general lining the streets of Tokyo. It's been such a long time. Feels weird. So this is some of the coming soon figures, the Spider-Verse. The proportions on them look great. I don't know how they would compare to the Mafex or Mafex figures. Time will tell, but I think they look pretty good. And this, if you hang a right here, you can leave, or if you go straight, this is the store. And there's a bunch of stuff that you can buy in the store. Again, if you could subscribe, like the video, really appreciate it. Again, these are coming soon figures, with the exception here on the left. A bit of a mix of Marvel and Star Wars. I was going to say earlier that just today they announced 5 years later the Mach 85 and Thanos. I mean, talk about not reading the room. It's like That's what you're releasing now for the Marvel. You're releasing figures that we've gotten numerous iterations of, and the Star Wars line is basically dead. The Marvel line is close to it. And it, I mean, to a degree, it's their fault for mismanaging it. You can't release and re-release the same figure 8 times and have it then clog up the aisles and clog up the shelves and wonder why people aren't buying the line. I really wish they'd do a Star Wars display here with all the prototypes they created from back in the day. This store would be packed if they did. But again, I mean, who's running the ship here? I don't know. That Shin Godzilla looks fantastic. A new color scheme. But anyway, I appreciate you watching the video. Thanks again. Take care.